Monroe County is marking a special anniversary. For 50 years, the county has provided emergency management services, and they're not watering down their recruitment efforts. Like many rural communities across the nation, they face challenges in retaining volunteer firefighters. Now, right now, almost 70% of firefighters nationwide are volunteers. And to address the shortage, the county is focusing on attracting new folks through incentives and training programs. Carmen Brown spoke with District Volunteer Chief Ralph Burris about his department's commitment to expanding its volunteer force.
50 years of being on the front lines doesn't happen by accident. Monroe County EMS is supported by upgraded stations, new technology, and a dedicated volunteer staff.
You have to give 100% if you want to be a volunteer, especially in the fire services, because our firefighters are on duty during the day, depend on us to be there if they need us.
Another benefit, saving taxpayers money. While Monroe County has full-time staff, they see the benefit in volunteer firefighters and want to add more. Right now, they have around 50 volunteers. District Volunteer Chief Ralph Burris recalls their role during Hurricane Helene.
We had trees all over the place. Somebody cuts these trees out. They just don't disappear off the roads. We send volunteers out there. We send an engine out to cut the trees off the roads.
But there are barriers making volunteer firefighting difficult. Other jobs can make it hard for volunteers to respond to calls, and Burris says they must answer at least 12 calls a year. But Monroe County is offering help. There's even a stipend to cover fuel cost.
$10 for every 2 hours when you first get a call, and $10 an hour after that. So if you're on scene for 2 hours, it's $10. If you go over that, it's $10 for the next hour.
On Saturday, the department hosted an anniversary breakfast at Station 1 to recruit new volunteers like Trigale Amos, who recently moved to Forsyth.
I believe in communities and I believe in serving neighbors. I've met a number of nice people, my neighbors on my road, and I just said, well, there's probably something more that I could do.
Potentially helping Monroe County EMS grow.
If we could get one person from today, it would be worth it.
To continue many more years of service. In Monroe County, Carmen Brown, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, Burris says their Station 10, which burned down in 2021, will also reopen later this month. And fighting fires in rural areas isn't just a local issue. It mirrors a nationwide trend as many rural areas struggle to recruit and retain volunteers. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the total number has declined by 12% since the 1980s, and it's not without its consequences. The U.S. Fire Administration says fire death rates are 35% higher in rural areas.